Hi there, my name is Dylan, and for my second 4-week Vision Tech project, I did an electronics class on Instructables. So let's get right into it. It was a class on Instructables. It's called the electronics class, right here. See, exactly. It's mainly about the basics of electronics, not really like all the deep into stuff. I don't even know how to explain it. It's a lot, but it explains things like diodes or resistors, if you know what that is. My main goal was to learn more about electronics, because never did anything like this or learn anything like this, and I just really wanted to get a feel for it. So my project plan, I didn't really change it at all, and the resources I used was my laptop, the Instructables website, and eventually a notebook. This class was able to show me a bit of the basics and all the small stuff that I didn't even know, and it showed me even more things like different parts and different rules within a schematic or an electronic component, everything. So the only challenge that I had was I just could not find any project on there. I mean, I must be stupid, but I just could not find it. But I didn't have to adjust the plan in any way, and I spent the whole first week on a different project, which I already showed you in the previous video or whatever, my other video. And yeah, it's just hard. So for my mastery of technology, I'll explain a bit more when I show the notes and the class itself. But I learned about the different electronics and that they have different rules. And there weren't really much problems through the class with like problem solving, but as I said, I just could not find projects or anything. So these are my terrible notes because I can't write straight or correctly. But I wrote down basically the basics of like equations or something that they use in there, and like what symbols look like on a schematic, which is showed actually in the first lesson, I think. Like something like you just want like that they want you to like at least read a schematic or something like that. Oh well, yeah. So I just wrote down mainly what I think. I didn't write down the fluff or anything that he had in there. But then I wrote down like definitions, like inductors, like and it's a coil wire, or like capacitors and how they work, or like just what's different. And yeah. So this is a schematic. I am tired right now, but it just shows like all these weird lines and everything. You probably wouldn't know what it is. First time I saw something like this, I just didn't even know what it is. But I know like certain things on this, but I don't know everything. But I still have to like look at my notes from time to time, show them that this is like resistor. So right here, these would be all like resistors and everything. There's like special types, but it's insanely weird. I mean, you have to get the hang of it, and I still haven't got the hang of it. But what I did throughout the 4 weeks though is like I'd have to go through each of these lessons, which probably took me about an hour or so, and it'd take even more when I did notes. Just reading it and understanding this. Oh, well, here's the first one. But yeah, like it just hard to understand, and especially when you never do something like this, you probably won't expect to do it again. But it's pretty self-explanatory. You just follow the class as it goes through, read it, and pay attention to things like this or anything else. And supposedly there's projects, but as I said, I could not find it. And here I'll just show you an example. I mean, unless I just did not read something correctly, which I'm pretty sure I did, then I didn't find anything. But the first lesson is just showing basically what you need or what's it's about. I think the first project is right over here. And they also had simulations or something like on it, like a little app or something like on here that'd show you like what something would look like. I think this is one. But yeah, see a simulation where you like just click start it and do some with it. If I can get this to work, which I hate this stuff. But yeah, I don't know. This one's a bit weird, but there's others where you can actually interact. I mean, unless I'm, as I said, if I'm stupid or something like that. If I can find where it shows a project, or it says turn in a project or turn in your project, then I can show you. But yeah, and there's show the class. So yeah, for my project overview, I learned a ton about the basics of electronics. As I said, like here it is, inductors. Like as I said, it's just a coil wire that would work something like this. But I'm not amazing at this, but I know like the basics. And so here it is. Just want to show you that share a photo of your finished project. What project? I mean, unless since it was explaining like a speaker or something like this, but it didn't really say do anything or do something like this and show it, and then people like post stuff, and I didn't comprehend this at all. So I also learned that there's just many types of electronics that seem to do the same thing but have an entirely different purpose, which is saying it's like one of these things for batteries or what was it, capacitors, because it just released an electronic charge. Yeah, capacitors. I just get all these terms messed up, but yeah, because they sound the same. Like it stores energy, but capacitors store a small amount and release it all at once, rather than batteries holding it and slowly releasing it. It's a bit weird, but once you get, as I said, once you get the hang of it, it will be easier. But I'm just not used to this, and I don't feel this as it feels me. I don't know how to explain it. It's not something I do. But if I can redo my project, I'd probably try and find what better way to get involved, like with the class projects. And if they can show me, and my most successful moment would be when I finished the class, because I was done and I understood more than what I knew before. So that was my other 4-week Vision Tech project. Thanks for watching.